Well, if you have a Shopify store and you're not quite sure how to separate yourself, or you've asked yourself or mentioned to yourself that the market is just so saturated and you can't separate yourself, you're not sure how, well, in this video, I'm actually gonna break that belief for you, okay? I'm gonna show you how we help hundreds of people scale in sophisticated markets, and even then scale to doing over 20, 30, 40, even $100,000 a day in sophisticated markets without any brand new, insane, groundbreaking products, okay? These are just taught and done with marketing fundamentals and with something that you're gonna need to learn and you're gonna need to understand if you actually want to be successful in e-commerce, which is called avatar innovation, okay? And so what I'm gonna do first is explain the 3 ways that you can separate yourself as a company, okay? Now, the biggest brands in the world, they do all 3, but I'm gonna break down these for you so you can understand what you need to do to actually separate yourself and start positioning your company as a company that is unique and will actually help you scale a lot more profitably, okay? So the first thing that you can do is going to be creating a product that is new to the market or something that is just incredible, okay? And this is on the scale of hard to, easy. None of these are really easy. This one right here about creating a product or creating something new that the market has never seen before is right in line with number 2, which I'm gonna get to in a second. But creating something new, and for the sake of this, I'll say e-commerce, right? It's creating a new product is going to help separate yourself from the market, okay? If you have something that the market has never seen before and it's a great product, that is going to separate you and that is going to help you scale and grow your company rapidly, right? I'm gonna give you a great example of, for example, something that everybody knows, Ozempic, right? It was this new way to lose weight. Weight loss has been a thing for, I know at this point, I would say 100+ years, but for the last 50 years, it's like, it's been everything, right? It's all anybody ever talks about. And right now it's a massive thing, right? You see all of these companies coming out with all these different ways to lose weight, but Ozempic was a new product that allowed people to get incredible results for a desire that they have always had, and it was extremely effective, okay? So that was a new product that came out, which was a huge reason to why it is so successful and at this point worth billions and billions of dollars, okay? The second way to separate your company is to actually build a brand. And now, depending on who you ask, this actually to me is sometimes more impressive than innovating a product. Now, innovating a product takes things to another level, but the point of this is like when you build a brand, you can really separate yourself, right? And now I am totally unqualified to talk about building brand, but just understand that building brand is creating associations and basically creating a feeling in people, right? I want you to think of Nike as a hotel, right? And this is an analogy, maybe you've heard it before. If you haven't, then this is a really cool one, but I want you to imagine what a Nike hotel would look like. And I could assume you're probably thinking, well, it would be white and black, it would probably say the Nike swoosh right in front, right above the door. The pillows would probably have little Nike checks on them, right? You would probably have Nike sandals. You would probably have like a, really nice Nike robe, all that kind of stuff. It would probably have an insane gym. There'd probably be walls of, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, like all these amazing athletes there, Jeter, for all my baseball fans. Long story short, you can envision that, right? And that is a brand. If you can't really envision that, then you don't really have as strong as a brand as you think. Now, Nike is they are the absolute pinnacle of building brand, but I want to give you an example of Liquid Death, and I want to explain to you, because obviously Nike does have great products depending who you ask, but for the example of Liquid Death, they sell water, right? And so what they've been able to do, and for those of you that don't know Liquid Death, they're $1 billion company, and what they've done is they've been able to take a product that is the most sophisticated, and they've been able to scale it to worth billions of dollars because they branded it and they marketed it, which is super important, but they branded it in such a unique way that it was like people just loved it. It's like they wanted to be a part of it, and that's what brand does. It's more than just the product. I have water right here. It's literally from my tap, even though it's in a fancy glass bottle, but it's just tap water, right? But I even then went and bought some Liquid Death water because I wanted to try it, because like it seemed like a cool brand. But at the end of the day, it's just water, right? That's what branding does. It moves people because they feel like there's an association with it and they want to be a part of it. So that is the second way to really separate your company, right? We talked about innovating products. We talked about innovating brand or creating brand. The third thing that you can do, which if you've stuck around this long in the video, this is probably the thing that you can do, and it's called innovating avatars, okay? Now, what that means is you take products, and this kind of builds brand in a way as well, but you put products towards specific types of people. And the way that you separate yourself is by building believability and building relatability. You've probably heard me talk about these things before on the channel if you're returning, but if you're new here, understand that if you just direct your products towards a unique avatar, you can separate yourself massively properly. And this is what some of the best and smartest marketers in today's world do, because the world is very, 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 very sophisticated, right? But if you can hone in and sell to a specific avatar, that can give you a massive edge, because now when a consumer has options and they can choose between product A, B, C, and D, but you as brand, C or product C are talking specifically to, say, for example, gamers, or say, for example, entrepreneurs. Well, now if you identify as that specific label, if you are that avatar, you're going to want to go and purchase from that brand compared to the brands that say they sell to everyone, or for example, the brands who sell to maybe cyclists. I'm not a cyclist, but I am an entrepreneur, so I would probably be more inclined to go towards brand C if that's who they were targeting me with, right? So the point of this is that you have full control of this, and innovating avatars comes through your marketing. And it's something that took me way too long to understand, but if right now, if your avatar is women 35 plus, that is a terrible avatar. Unless you're Amazon, that should not be your avatar, okay? You should be trying to go deeper. And the best way to go deeper is to look at the things that people do, right? Do they play tennis? Do they identify as an entrepreneur? Do they have specific problems, and are they vocal about those problems? And that's why research is so important. If you want to scale massively and you want to have a really big company, you have to have innovative products, you have to have incredible brand, and you have to be really good at innovating avatars. I would say more or less in the beginning, but you'll notice that a lot of these brands, as they get bigger, they still have a specific avatar. It just broadens, or even then they pull people into those communities, right? There's a Super Bowl ad that Nike did, and what I loved about it is it was featuring all these amazing, incredibly accomplished women that were, performing at the highest level in their sport. And Nike's overall ethos is about being a champion, but in that ad specifically, they were tapping into and kind of creating these next generation of incredible, women performance athletes. And so they're actually even building and they have more specific avatars other than just, guys that, play basketball, or for example, guys that, like shoes, right? They have a multitude of avatars, but the point is that they're doing all three at the highest level. But for you to start, the easiest one and the best thing that you can do is you can innovate avatars. And that's something that you can apply to your e-commerce strategy today. And you can start finding specific avatars to actually help you scale your brand and separate yourself from everybody else that's out there, right? Because if you have three options, you have this person who claims they do everything, this person who claims that they're, maybe they're overpriced and they're this bigger brand, but then there's a smaller brand over here that's fairly priced, but it speaks directly to you. Consumers are probably going to go towards that one, right? Because it's speaking to them directly. And that's the power of innovating avatars and building relatability with your customers. So I just wanted to make this quick video because it was very top of mind. We were talking about it in our Evolve community. And I think it's very important for everybody to understand that you have to innovate avatars, and you have to use that as your secret weapon to scaling and to making ads that can actually scale to millions of dollars. Okay. So with that said, if you are a Shopify brand and you want to learn more about our strategies and how we actually do that, and if you want our exact avatar framework, there's a link below to go and check out our Evolve program, where we give you everything. We train you on how to build avatars. We show you how to keep track of them, all that good stuff. It's down in the link below. Or if you are a Shopify brand that's spending more than $50,000 a month and you want to scale with the help of a done-for-you team, I'd highly encourage you to check out the second link to go fill out our application form and see if we can be a good fit to help scale your business in 2025. So with all that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.